On April 6, 1988, comic readers were introduced to a new villain for Batman, Ratcatcher. Which at first kind of sounds like a joke, but I assure you this is anything but that. In fact, this little 2-issue arc brought some great horror elements to the Dark Knight that I think are very much needed nowadays even. So let's talk about Detective Comics issues 585 and 586 by Alan Grant and John Wagner, with excellent art by Norm Breyfogle and Ricardo Villagrán. So as we open the issue, it starts so perfect with Batman just waiting to take down some crime, as he always does on a stormy night, and on the bottom of the page we have a little rat sniffing his boots, which in retrospect is adorable, but also a nice warning for the viewers. And the next page opens with a guy trying to escape, and he's got this beard the size of Santa Claus, and after chipping away at the bottom, he's able to move the bar from his cell and get out. And I really love the next page because there's other people that are being held captive, but Judge, the guy who escapes, says he's gonna go get help instead of actually helping them. And this is Horror 101, so you know these guys are pretty much shit out of luck as soon as he leaves the room. And as Judge is trying to get away, we get our very first glimpse of Ratcatcher himself. So this dude seems to just have kind of a mask and goggles on. He's kind of a bit goofy looking, but nothing too bad. But then he whistles, and these rats don't only go after him in swarms, but they like kung fu, like they're fucking trained by Splinter or something. And while this horrifying turn of events is happening to poor Santa Judge, we have Batman kicking the ever-living shit out of some criminals. Like, straight up just kicking them and smashing their heads together, and he even slams a trunk door on a guy's hand, which that part's actually pretty funny. And then we turn back to Judge, who's just trying his best to escape these disgusting sewers in desperation to not die. And one of these kung fu freaking rats jumps on him and bites his ass. I mean, it's not a pretty look, and Judge is not doing good. He's probably getting diseases left and right from these bastards following him out. And Ratcatcher over here is just having a ball. Like, this is the funnest thing he's ever watched. Like, telling the rats that Judge has to be silenced because he escaped. And the rats just start climbing on him and gnawing at him, and it's just really sick shit, if I'm being honest. Oh, and then you get Batman. He's just kind of making a joke in the background about rocket launchers are hard to reload, and the criminal is like sweating it. And God, do I fucking love the 80s Batman comic. But then Batman finally notices that Judge is getting eaten alive, and he goes to save him. But Rocket Launcher Man here decides, I'm gonna fight Batman. And he does keep him preoccupied for a few more seconds as the rats finish off Judge by ripping off his skin and eating his insides. Wonderful imagery, isn't it? And Batman follows the rats and notices that Ratcatcher is jumping into the sewers, and he follows him. And I just really actually want to take a moment because I actually felt scared for Batman. Remember, Batman's just a regular dude. I mean, he knows kung fu and he's got gadgets, but rats will nibble your ass up. Like, nibble everything. Your ass, your titties, your face, your balls. I mean, it's scary. So Batman is definitely going to go down there like a G as always because, well, he's Batman, and Ratcatcher just isn't scared of him. He actually welcomes the challenge. Batman finds out that Ratcatcher is actually holding people in the sewers, and then Ratcatcher says, "Sewers are for rats, not bats." This is a real line, and I love every goddamn second of it. Of course, Batman fights back, and he throws a damn boomerang at Ratcatcher's head. But a rat jumps up and blocks it because I think this Splinter copying piece of shit rat just knows how to fight like a kung fu master too. And Batman doesn't want to fight these rats anymore because they're kind of kicking his ass. And I don't know if he goes to jump or maybe he slips. I can't really tell in this panel. And then he falls into the water, and he's just not doing too hot against an army of rodents. So Batman tries to run away, and Ratcatcher says, well, no. That's no fun, and turns on the water and tries to drown Batman out. And so that sums up issue 585, and let me tell you, I'm not being sarcastic. This shit is intense. I mean, yes, I'm jumping around and doing dumb jokes, but this was a great first issue for a 2-part arc, and it's intense, it's scary, it's also really fun. I think it's a mixture of the excellent art that's just showcasing these rats being terrifying, Batman trying to escape, and also just the overall tone has me invested big time. And I know it's going to end next issue because it's only a 2-parter, but it's a great first half. So opening issue 586, we have Ratcatcher going back to his prisoners, and Ratcatcher explains that Judge is dead, and they, of course, the two prisoners left, hate that, and they're screaming for help, and they're asking when can they get out, and Ratcatcher just basically slaps one of them in the face with a stick, which is fucking hysterical. Soon after, the police go down to the sewers, which it's never a good idea when Gotham police try to get involved in the Batman crime. It's just not going to turn out well for them. Nope. Anyway, they do stumble on some rats, so that's not good. At the same time, Batman has made it out of the other side of the sewer, and he's not doing too great, but you know why? He survived, because he's Batman, and he ain't gonna die that easy, and it's the middle of the issue, so of course he's not dead. So, of course, as Batman always does, he heads back into the sewers and said he's had enough of these motherfucking rats on this motherfucking sewer tunnel, and grabs some gasoline and lights a stick on fire. I know Gen Z people that are watching this are like, what is that reference to? Why are you saying motherfucker so much? Just look up Samuel L. Jackson and look at a movie like in 2006. It's a terrible movie, but that's the reference. At the same time, remember that Splinter Ninja Turtle rat thing? Well, he's back, and he jumps right into the lead investigator's face for the cops. And the police go berserk. You know, they're scared as shit. They just watched their comrade get hit by Splinter and now getting eaten alive. So they begin to shoot into the crowd of rats, and they get one right in the armpit. Good aiming, officer. Good aiming. But we have the real hero of Gotham here, and he's not playing, as Batman comes in swinging his fire stick. And the rats do not like that, not one little bit. And he says, don't forget your desserts, eat this. Okay, that's not a real line, but you know, it could have fit. It could have fit. And he pretty much lights them all on fire and watches them burn, and it's glorious because finally someone is doing something about these rats. And watching them fry just brings me great joy. But when Ratcatcher's sick ass starts shooting the prisoners to death because he says they're crooked, that's the whole reason he has them as prisoners, this leads to the final person about to get shot, but Batman makes his grand appearance, and he's not looking great, mind you. Look at him, he's looking a little rough there, but he just fought off Splinter and his co-friend, so you know, I wouldn't feel too great either. So Ratcatcher goes to shoot Batman, and I shit you not, this son of a bitch throws a goddamn rat trap at Ratcatcher. Yo, this took me out when I first read it. I'm gonna be honest, this took me out. I was laughing, and the trap catches him. That's some good fucking shit. And it's pure justice, am I right? And basically we learned that these people were held captive were police officers, and Ratcatcher says that they treated him like dirt and garbage, and they spilled lies about him, and basically they deserve to die, at least in Ratcatcher's eyes. And Ratcatcher tries to call his friend, but Batman says this bona fide badass line right here: save your breath. Your boys have had their last meal. Yeah, they fucking have. Burn! Burn! Literally, because he burned them. You know, I'm not saying burn like a disc. Whatever. Actually, that worked both ways. Whatever. So Batman knocks his fool out and leaves him for Gordon, as always. That's a Batman thing. And the issue ends with him heading towards the clinic, probably trying to find out if he's filled with diseases at this point. And this rat just sends out a little raw, like he's a long-lost cousin of the ones that you killed, Batman, and I won't take it. And Batman's just like, no thanks, pal. One rat fight tonight is more than enough. And this is why I love this story. I think it just combines so many amazing elements that make Batman special. It has that gritty feel of the villain's actions. It has Batman being a detective, but also a badass fighting master who uses rat traps to catch the Ratcatcher. You have the excellent art that just kind of showcase Gotham's underground is as bad as the above ground, and you have a great new villain introduced that I think can be utilized in so many fun ways, but sadly hasn't. Yeah, just overall, this is one of those rare complete packages for me that worked on every level. But what do you guys think? Like, did you think this was good as you were watching me kind of read through it? I still recommend reading this. Obviously, I skipped a ton of dialogue, and a lot of it is really fun or over the top, and that's the best part about these comics for me. But for real, is this something that you like? Do you like this type of Batman, or are you more into the gritty, dark, more realistic feel? I kind of like all different Batmans, but I have to say, sometimes I just want to read a 1 or 2 issue arc, and this one really did it for me. So go check this one out. And if you like this video, as always, please hit that like button. That makes me very happy. If you love this video, hit subscribe. If you really enjoyed this video, share it, because that's how this gets around and more people watch. And I would love to do more videos like this. So if you do like this style where I kind of talk about the issues and go through them, but not giving you the whole story, just kind of a quick recap of it and adding a little bit of my stupid dumb humor. If you like that, let me know so I can make more of these. I had fun doing the Catwoman one, and I had really fun doing this one, especially because I like this story, so it makes it more fun for me. So, yeah, you guys have a great day, and go read some good Batman stories, like this one. It's pretty great. I can't believe you threw a fucking rat trap at Ratcatcher. That's great.